Settle in, game day. Lions, Packers, first place on the line tonight, and Mike Valenti hanging out for the next couple hours with Rico and I.
It's so exciting.
I can hear it in your voice.
Blessing to be here. Don't mind me. I'm just crafting one of these ridiculous same-game parlays.
You're in the lab over there. Test tubes, beakers.
Now go ahead. I know every moment of the next 2 hours is sponsored, so let's just get to it.
We'll get the keys to the game and game day roundtable and picks and previews and all that stuff. Rico and I are familiar.
Weather
is even sponsored, Mike. It's beautiful. Flannel season. No, I was listening to you guys earlier, and I reject your premise, Mike.
What's that?
The idea that they have to win tonight to be real. Now, I fully expect the Lions to go into Green Bay. I'm no longer afraid of the Packers.
Okay.
I think they will win tonight. Rico, I think you think they're going to win tonight as well, right? But the idea that they have to be real?
Yes.
It feels, as a man who used to sit in this studio would say, like hyperbole.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Mike, they proved a lot when they beat Kansas City. And we did this show 3 weeks ago, and you were excited, and you thought they would win, and they did. And if they lose short week on the road in division, they're not all of a sudden frauds or fraudulent. We don't have to, every loss is, the sky's falling. I don't think they have to win to be real, which is what I heard you guys talking about the last couple hours.
Okay, so you don't hold them to expectations.
But see, here's the thing.
It's a long season, Michael.
Here's where, because you get to do something you haven't done in 6 years.
I'm excited for it.
You get to be in sole possession of first place.
Yeah, what was your stat?
Yeah, October 1st, 2017. They defeated the Vikings. They were 3-1, and that was the last time the Lions were in sole possession of their division in first place. 6 years.
6 years.
Okay? You're on prime time. You complained, we never get the prime time games. You got one. You won your first one, and you got 10 days of people telling you how great you were. You do it again, and you know what? Maybe we need to keep the Lions in primetime games because they keep showing up. They keep winning. They're good for business. So you need to win this type of game. You win this game, and now you have a leg up on the Packers so that they're desperate come Thanksgiving because they have to split. They can't give it up. You go to Green Bay. It's no bad weather. It's no frozen tundra. And short week for them too. So short weeks, that goes out the window.
No, I just thought it was a little disingenuous to be like, you're real only if you win this game. They started the season in Arrowhead, won the game. Then everybody did skies falling routine. They bounced back at home, convincing win against the Falcons. I don't think we need to do skies falling every loss.
It's not skies falling, but this is your chance to take a stranglehold early of this division. You got two teams that are 0-3. One should be relegated to the Pac-12. The Vikings are just they're bad. Vikings are 0-3, okay? Their luck is bad luck this year. You get that game over Green Bay. You're sitting in first, 3-1, 10 days off, looking at Carolina coming in. You look at the rest of the schedule, there's no games where that's probably a loss. You don't have that for the rest of your schedule. Because I guess what I'm doing, and this is where he's like, I'm privileged, but it's not. I'm looking at this as you start winning these types of games so that later on in the year, your competition is now Philly. It's now San Francisco because now you're going for seeding. But you have to win these types of games when you have the opportunity.
The only time they're going to be underdogs between now and Halloween is maybe at Baltimore. Fair to say? Between now and Halloween, the only time they would be the schedule.
Right. I'll trust you.
Panthers, Bucks,
maybe the Cowboys.
Ravens, Raiders.
Maybe at Dallas.
No, that's later in the year. I'm saying between now and Halloween.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So this is, and I'm with you. This is the roadmap is there. The path is there. You win today. You're in first place. You put everybody in your rearview mirror, and you kick this thing into high gear.
Right, because if you're looking at Bryce Young, you're looking at Baker Mayfield, and whoever the Raiders trot out there. So, yeah.
The whole point is if you're winning a division and you're playing for seeding, you win tonight. Look, man, I get it, the long season routine. But you know what? It was a long year last year when they just dropped that game to Minnesota early or lost on Thanksgiving. The point I'm making is the ability and the difference to go to 3-1, holding the tiebreaker over the Pack. It's a road divisional game. A real team, a San Francisco, shout out privilege, the Eagles, the Chiefs, these real brand names that we trust, they go win that game tonight. And I'm not being disrespectful, but it's Jordan Love. once again, respectfully, it's Jordan Love.
Yeah, we don't really know what Jordan Love is. And here's your chance. I think he's an upgrade from what you saw last week. I don't think that the defensive line can just pin their ears back.
Far
and go
better
after the
hairline too, no doubt.
Yes, sure.
You know, I have crafted. I was
going to say, you're buried in the keyboard over there. What do you got?
All right, here's what we crafted for the people. For the people. A man of the streets, SGP. Lions -2. Mm-hmm. Goff, 200 or more yards. Jaden Reed, over 2.5 catches.
Sparty radio.
Amon-Ra, anytime touch it. Well, it's more about Dobbs' deep threat only, and Watson is on ice, and they're pricing him at 3.5.
See, but no, that's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Amon-Ra, anytime, and Josh Reynolds, over 34 yards receiving.
How does it lose?
Can't lose. Plus 1,000. Can't lose.
We will take phone calls
people.
as we
For
normally
the people.
do. For the people. 248-539-9797.
We're going to go around the league. Brought to you by...
We make time for people here as well, and you guys can jump in, trying to get a sense of the mood going into tonight's game. A year ago when they played in Lambeau, there was real fear. I remember having to talk people off a ledge. It's okay. They can go into Lambeau and win. I think it's a very different vibe for tonight's matchup. I think we expect to win around here. I don't think there's this fear about Green Bay and the allure of
Is this
Lambeau.
when you had on the pizza sweatshirt?
Yeah.
Is that thing still around?
I have it still, yeah.
Okay.
Dust it off as we get into cooler weather.
You lost your credibility, but go ahead.
With a pizza sweatshirt? I can get you
What
one.
a blessing.
Please don't.
You don't want one?
No.
Oh, it's horrible. No.
I'm good.
That should be thrown away immediately.
You know what?
248-539-9797.
But you can get me a Sbarro sweatshirt. That
Your favorite New York slice. No, I want to know about the mood from Lions fans and how much has changed in less than a year, right? I mean, from the end of last year to week 4 this season. And then I do want to know the premise that Mike put out there, this idea that you have to win tonight to be real. Or are you already real? You beat Kansas City week 1 in prime time. Are you already real? You don't want to lose tonight. I don't think they're losing tonight. But if they lose, I don't think it somehow cheapens the football team we have here.
Okay, and that's the topic. Just stop right there.
Okay.
We don't need to have a street fight about it. I understand it. I just feel like you're approaching it like a loser. And I don't want that for you.
I think you're preaching it like an extremist
like
here.
a winner.
You have to win.
Yeah.
It's a must-win game.
You are
on
aware.
the road, short week. If you don't win, you just tuck tail and quit. Season's over.
You know
That's
that's where I'm from. I can only be me. We're winners in New York.
Let me ask you a question.
You people
Cookies.
act like losers. Go win the game tonight.
I understand it's a different situation because they started 1-6 last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the turnaround last year, what was the question mark? Oh, wow. If we would have beaten Seattle,
There it is.
we could have gone to the playoffs. So a game like this is important. So at the end of the year, you're not saying, if I won that game, we would have won the division.
David, I think it's an important game. But this team isn't 1-6. I don't expect them to be 1-6. Anybody in this room feel like they're headed down that path again? Because I think those days are gone.
Never know.
What, you were the most optimistic guy in the room 3 weeks ago, and now it's they better not lose this road game.
Don't lose games. Like, the whole difference between being a fringy in the graphic team and being a division winner are operating on the margins. You are operating on the coin flips. And the good teams have a knack, shout out privilege, a knack of winning those games. The Lions for too long have not won those games. Jim, all I'm saying is if you go in tonight, business trip, you got Decker back, you got Montgomery back. It's not Josh Allen on the other side. It's not Mahomes. It's not Jalen Hurts. Jordan Love might be okay, but I do not accept on basis that we go there and lose, that there is any way I walk out of it feeling good and going, well, the boys tried hard.
I'm not saying you feel good.
3-1, and now they have to come here on Thanksgiving desperate.
I don't even think we disagree all that much. We both think they're going to win tonight. We'd both be bummed if they'd lose tonight. I'm just not going to do sky is falling routine after individual losses for a team that I happen to think is pretty good.
And I wish you all the luck.
Thank you so much. 248-539-9797. He's so genuine. He's so nice.
No, I genuinely want this team
fuzzy,
to be good.
Lovable Mike Valenti.
I want this team to be good. And winning a game like tonight makes you real. It makes us the belle of the ball for the next 10 days before we take on the Keebler Elf and the Carolina Panthers. I want that. This city deserves that. I will not short sell my listeners and short sell this team and do the, well, golly gee, if they lose, it's not. No. F that. If they lose, it's a disaster. Ride the lightning and let's go.
248-539-9797.
I'm almost out of coffee, too.
So he's about to be unbearable for the next 2 hours. Buckle up, everybody.
About to be.
Could happen. Oh, wow. Hey, he made it funny. How about that? Hey, that funny was brought to you by BGC Plumbing. Or whatever the hell else Jim's got going on.
We'll get to all of it, your phone calls and more. Lions Tail
weather.
BGC cares.
What time's Luderman coming on? 248.
Rico stand-up hour. It's 97.1.